Hi, this is Giselle Marifel B. Robles, a BSBA student, and this is my entry for BA 111 subject. So today, we're actually going to talk about the fundamentals of management. First, define what is management or what management is. So management can be defined as a process of getting the work or the task done that is required to achieve the goals of an organization in an efficient and effective manner. This actually is a process that implies the functions of the management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and leading, and controlling. And in terms of business, management is how businesses organize, direct workflow, operations, and employees to meet company goals. The primary goal of management is to create an environment that empowers employees to work efficiently and productively. A solid organizational structure that guides employees and establishes the tone and focus of their work. So let's move on to how management is done. So in most companies or establishments, managers are involved in implementing and evaluating these structures. And as a manager, you may be responsible for doing any of the following tasks, like create goals and objectives, create schedules, develop strategies to increase performance, productivity, and efficiency, and also ensure compliance with company policies and industry regulations. So next, let's move on to question number 2, which is, what are the functions of management? And we must define each of them. So management functions are often grouped into 5 core categories, each playing a crucial role in ensuring the organizations operate effectively and efficiently. So the 5 management functions are: first, planning, then organizing, leading, controlling, and staffing. So first, let's go to planning. Planning involves setting objectives and determining the best course of action to achieve those objectives. It includes forecasting future conditions, setting goals, and deciding on the resources and steps needed to reach these goals. So the purpose of planning, or the function of it, helps organizations anticipate challenges and opportunities, allocate resources effectively, and outline strategies for achieving long-term success. And number 2, next one is organizing. So organizing involves arranging resources and tasks in a structured way to achieve the goals set during the planning phase. This includes defining roles, delegating tasks, and establishing a hierarchy of authority. So the purpose or the goal of organizing is to ensure that the necessary resources are in place and that the employees understand their roles and responsibilities, thereby facilitating smooth operation and coordination within the organization. Let's move on to number 3, which is leading. The definition of leading or directing involves motivating, guiding, and influencing employees to work towards the organization's goals. This function includes communication, leadership, and interpersonal skills. And the purpose of leading or effective leadership helps ensure that employees are motivated, engaged, and productive, which is essential for achieving organizational goals and maintaining a positive work environment. The next one, let's move on to number 4, controlling. Controlling involves monitoring and evaluating performance to ensure that organizational goals are being met. This includes setting performance standards, measuring actual performance, and taking corrective actions when necessary. The purpose or the control function helps identify deviations from plans and standards, allowing for adjustments to be made to stay on track towards achieving objectives. And the last one, number 5, is staffing. The definition of staffing is the process of recruiting, selecting, training, and developing employees to fill various roles within the organization. This function ensures that the organization has the right people in the right positions. And its purpose is to help build a capable and skilled workforce, which is very crucial for executing organizational plans and achieving goals. And so these functions are interconnected and often overlap in practice, but each of these functions plays a distinct role in the overall management process. So, next one, let's move on to question number 3. What are the activities involved in each functions? So, first, for planning. Planning involves setting objectives, defining clear, measurable goals for the organization or project. It also has activities that involves analyzing the environment, conducting SWOT analysis, or market research to understand internal and external factors. It also has developing strategies, which is formulating strategies and action plans to achieve objectives. And second is for organizing. Activities in organizing is designing organizational structure, creating an organizational chart that defines roles, responsibilities, and reporting relationships. It also includes job designing, developing job descriptions and specifications that outline the tasks and requirements for each position. And for a third one, it also has delegating tasks, assigning specific tasks and responsibilities to employees or teams. So these are some activities in organizing. So for the third one, which is leading. Leading involves motivating employees, implementing strategies to encourage and inspire employees, such as recognition programs, incentives, or motivational techniques. And it also involves communicating, sharing information clearly and effectively, both upward and downward in the organization. Leaders also provide guidance, offering support, advice, and direction to employees to help them perform their duties. Those are just some activities in leading. For the fourth one, controlling. Setting performance standards. For controlling, establishing benchmarks or criteria against which performance can be measured. Another activity is monitoring performance, tracking actual performance through reports, metrics, and other monitoring tools. And for another activity is comparing results, analyzing deviations between actual performance and standards or goals. So for the last one, which is staffing. Recruitment. They have recruitment there, which is identifying staffing needs and attracting potential candidates through job postings. It also has selection, screening applications, conducting interviews, and selecting the most suitable candidates for the position. Staffing also have training and orientation, providing new employees with the necessary training and information to integrate them into the organization. And those are just the activities in staffing. So let's move on to the last question, which is question number 4. Who is the founder and what are the 14 principles of management? And give your own or personal understanding of these principles. Why do you think these principles are important in an organization? So now, let's talk about the 14 principles of management by Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol is actually the founder who developed the 14 principles of management that best explains the administrative theory and management theory in the most practical way. Henry Fayol's 14 principles of management are statements that are based on a fundamental truth These principles of management serves as a guideline for decision and management actions. They are drawn up by means of observations and analysis of events that managers encounter in practice. Henry Fayol was able to synthesize 14 principles of management after years of studies. So, the principles of management are division of work, second is authority and responsibility, third is discipline, and the fourth one is unity of command, the fifth one is unity of direction, the sixth one is subordination of individual interest, the seventh one is remuneration, and the eighth one is the degree of centralization, the ninth one is scalar chain, 10th is order, 11th is equity, and 12 is stability of tenure of personnel. Second to the last is initiative, and the last one is esprit de corps. Those are the 14 principles of management by Henry Fayol. So first, let's go for the division of work by Henry Fayol. In my own understanding, division of work is the practice of distributing various tasks and responsibilities among different individuals or groups within an organization to maximize efficiency and effectiveness. This distribution is based on factors such as skill level, expertise, and workload balance. Let me just give an example. In a company, they always have different departments where everyone is divided into groups and has their own division of work. So that is my own understanding for division of work. Second is authority and responsibility. Authority is the formal right or power granted to individuals or groups to make decisions, give orders, and direct the actions of others within an organization. It is often derived from one's position in the organizational hierarchy and is recognized by others as legitimate. Responsibility refers to the obligation or duty to perform specific tasks or roles and to be accountable for the outcomes of those tasks. It is the expectation that individuals will carry out their assigned duties and meet their obligations effectively. So that is for authority and responsibility. Mostly, authority is for higher ups, and responsibility is for everyone. So the third one is discipline. Discipline is the ability to follow a set of rules, standards, or behaviors consistently, demonstrating self-control, dedication, and commitment. It involves maintaining order and working towards goals despite challenges or distractions. So, from my own understanding of discipline, this is actually how a company controls each and every employee inside a organization. And for the fourth one, unity of command. Unity of command is the principle that each employee should have only one direct superior to whom they are accountable and from whom they receive instructions. This helps prevent confusion and conflicting others by establishing a clear chain of command. And for fifth one, unity of direction. Unity of direction is the principle that all activities within an organization should be directed towards achieving common objectives or goals, and that these activities should be coordinated under a single plan or strategy. It ensures that different departments or teamwork together towards the same end, minimizing duplication of effort and conflicting priorities. So that's the definition of unity of direction. Number 6 is subordination of individual interest. Subordination of individual interest is the principle that the interests and goals of individuals should not outweigh the interests and goals of the organization as a whole. It requires individuals to align their personal objectives with the broader objectives of the organization or team, ensuring that their actions contribute to the collective success. So for 7 is remuneration. Remuneration is the total compensation provided to an employee or worker for their services, which can include wages, salary, bonuses, benefits, and other forms of financial or non-financial rewards. So an example is an employee's hourly wage is $20 or monthly salary is $3,000. That's an example of remuneration. The 8th one is the degree of centralization. The degree of centralization is the extent to which authority and decision-making power are concentrated at the top of an organizational hierarchy. In a highly centralized organization, top executives make most of the key decisions, while in the centralized organization, decision-making is distributed among various levels of management. For the 9th one is scholar chain. So the definition of scholar chain is the chain of command or hierarchy in an organization that outlines the authority and communication from the highest level of management to the lowest. It represents the formal path with instructions, directives, and communications flow within the organizational structure. For 10th one is order. What is order? So order for me is the principle of organizing and arranging resources, tasks, and people in a systematic way to ensure that everything operates smoothly and efficiently. It involves establishing a clear structure and process to achieve organizational goals and maintain operational effectiveness. Next one is equity. Equity is the principle of ensuring fair treatment, opportunities, and distribution of resources in an organization, considering each individual's needs, contributions, and circumstances. Unlike equality, which provides the same resources or treatment to everyone, equity focuses on providing what is necessary to achieve fair outcomes. There is a distinct difference for equity and equality. For number 12, stability of tenure of personnel. So this is actually a principle that advocates for job security and long-term employment for employees, aiming to reduce high turnover rates and provide a stable and consistent workforce. This principle actually helps in maintaining a continuity of operations and developing a skilled and experienced team. And the next one is initiative. Initiative refers to the ability and willingness of individuals to take proactive actions, make decisions, and address tasks or challenges without waiting for instructions or directions. It involves stepping forward and taking responsibility to drive actions or solve problems independently, contributing positively to achieving goals and advancing the organization. The last one is esprit de corps. Esprit de corps refers to the sense of unity, enthusiasm, and camaraderie among members of a group or organization. It represents the shared spirit and morale that divide individuals to work together harmoniously towards common goals, fostering a positive and collaborative environment. So those are the definition of the 14 principles of management. So why are the 14 principles of management important? Henry Fayol's 14 principles of management are important because they offer a foundational framework of effective organizational management. It provides structured guidance on how to organize, lead, and control an organization efficiently. The principles, such as division of work, and unity of command help clarify roles, streamline processes, and enhance productivity by ensuring the tasks are specialized and that employees receive clear directives from one superior. They also emphasize the importance of equity and stability of tenure, fostering fairness and job security, which boost employee morale and loyalty. By promoting systematic planning and coordination through principles like unity of direction, Fayol's framework supports strategic alignment and organizational coherence. So overall, I think Fayol's 14 principles of management is important because it continues to be relevant as they offer enduring insights into improving management practices, leading to better organizational effectiveness and adaptability. So that is all for the fundamentals of management. And this is Giselle Marfel B. Robles, a BSBA student. Thank you and goodbye.